Living in Boulder vlog for the 2nd of January 2013. I'm finally getting around to do the video, but my other one only uploaded until like a couple hours ago anyways. The computer takes forever to upload videos. It's 4:12 in the morning. Anyways, look, I got weed for the first time legally. I had to spend $60. I tried to show up yesterday, but I called them and they're like, no, don't come, swamped. So then I came today. I got up at like 10 or something. I went over to my mom's house and drove her to the doctor. And then we went back home and I borrowed her car and I went down to Denver. Thornton, and there were like 20 people standing in front of me. This place, it was like a warehouse, and then I waited in line, and then the guy gave me a ticket, but he said they only take cash. So I went back like a block away, a couple blocks. I had to pay $4 extra to get. I got $60, and then I went back in. I'd have to stand in line again, but then I went in, and I saw another 100 people in there, and waiting in line around the edge of this thing, and and so I actually walked forward until where I was standing in the line, and so I'm surrounded by two guys, and the guy behind me is all of a sudden he asks me, he's like, hey, what's the deal with I'm really high right now, by the way. What's the deal with the inhalers? And I was like, what? Oh, inhalers, dude. Yeah. Inhalers, dude. They those things, when I stopped doing those, my asthma went away. Those asthma pills are way better. The little yellow ones you get at the pharmacy. And he's like, no, I mean like the way to smoke it. And I'm like, oh, the vaporizers you mean? He's like, yeah. And I was like, what, have you like not smoked like for a long time or something? He's like 60-year-old guy behind me and in front of me, another one, and he's like, yeah, I haven't bought weed since Vietnam. He's like, well, when's the last time you smoked? He's last summer. So he's the kind of guy who doesn't buy weed, but he's I guess smokes it every once in a while with his friends. And he drove down from Fort Collins, which is like, what? How far is Fort Collins from Denver? Like 2 hours or something. And and then so I was telling him how to, the benefits of vaporizers and how it's way better on the lungs. And he's like, well, how's the conservative way to smoke it? It's like, yeah, get a pipe and then put the swivel over it to cut off the circulation, and don't smoke too much and build up a tolerance, so you'll spend too much on it. And he's like, what about edibles? Yeah, don't eat the whole cookie. You're supposed to only eat a quarter, and don't eat it now because it takes like 45 minutes to kick in. Oh, so I should eat it before I go back. And then there's the other guy, in front of me, but then we walked up to this table. It was like the first station you get to, and this dude's like, he was showing these pens, those vaporizer pens, and I also told the guy about the vaporizer pen too, and he's like, yeah, it just works like this. And he exhaled all this smoke. So I guess he was like demonstrating the vaporizer pen to like every person who walked by. But yeah. And then the guy behind me was like, yeah, when's the last time you got weed? He's like, I don't know, forever. So it sounded like way he said it like, he couldn't even remember the last time. And he said the last time he smoked was like 3 weeks ago, because his friend gave him a little bud and it took him 8 days to smoke. So, he didn't know about like anything about weed either. I was telling him about stuff, so that was kind of funny. But yeah, I chose what I got. I had to pay $60, $59, like 96 after taxes for an eighth. But they said it was a sample packet. It was 4 different kinds. And so then I stand in line. So then I had a ticket. So then we stood and waited for like another 10 or 15 minutes, man. And the second, yeah, it took like I forgot to look at my watch, but it was like 10 minutes outside to get in the building, and then another like 15 or 20 minutes of waiting inside, getting around to place my order, and then another like 10 or 15 minutes until I called in to give my money and then get the bag. So then they gave me this canvas zip up bag with that then was the zippers were zip tied together. And yeah, so anyways, then I got home and I gave a little packet to my mom and one to my brother just to give it to him. And then I forgot which ones they had, but then I was left with two others. So here's one. This one's called Hawaiian Skunk. And so it's I guess it's made with Hawaii X and skunk number 1, but it's for creative thinking, make you happy, good daytime medicating. And it's 60% sativa and 40% indica. Sativa is the kind that like gives you energy, and then indica is the kind that puts you to sleep. It's cool to have your skunky weed from the heart chakra of the world. And then the other one I got is pure indica. I like the indica more. I don't like being knocked out. Called Mr. Trash, and it's a mixture of Mr. Nice, Trainwreck, and Hash Plant. And it makes you euphoric, happy, lazy, relaxing, sleep, anti-anxiety, stress, pain, nausea, MS, multiple sclerosis, glaucoma, hungry, arthritis, headache. So, they look the same to me. I've kind of been smoking both of them. I guess I've been smoking Hawaiian Skunk more because it's the pure. I don't know for some reason, but they look the same. They smell good. It's just regular kind bud. So, but then I came back here and I was just working on my audiobook there. I was riding on the bike a little bit, but freaking, I had like no energy, man. And then I was working a little bit more, and then I passed out and I slept. I passed out at like 10, and then I got up at like 4 or something. So I already got my 4 hours of sleep. It's 4:19 now. Oh shit, it's almost 4:20. Holy fuck. So, yeah, so there's my first day of legal pot smoking and pot buying. It was pretty groovy, Kutoonin, dude. You know, because I wanted to know if I felt any different from getting weeded out on pot. Yeah, dude, and I'm like, yeah, it made me tired. I don't think it'll be that addictive. But the thing is, you know, it's not. I don't consider it totally legal. You know, for me, if I have to drive into Denver, it has to be. I have a dispensary right across the street from where I live. When that motherfucker can sell me weed whenever I want, that's gonna be interesting. Anyways, peace out, dudes. At 4:20 in the motherfucking morning. Isn't that trippy shit? Alright.